Giro, Muri part of our journey. One episode at a time.
Hi guys, welcome back to episode 3, season 2 of Mom Can You Not. My name is Corinne Sky, and I've got my beautiful and wonderful co-host, Mama.
Can you feel it?
Yeah, boo.
Piano.
Piano.
Yeah. So you see, now if you all you just have to do is come wetwa ningirikine wetwa podcast. Get your makeup and you've got a producer. So this episode, like the one previous, is proudly sponsored by Cheesytainment. So we are here again, thanking him with this light. Because this light is showing me in the best my angles. Yeah. So I know, shout out to Cheesy of Cheesy Entertainment. Cheesytainment. Cheesytainment, right? Cheesytainment, right?
Yes.
That's what Cheesytainment. So right. If you're not following Chidzi on social media, please follow him on TikTok, Facebook. It's Young Chidzi. On Instagram, Dokwanonzi Cheesytainment. Entertainment food. So Cheesytainment. So follow him on all his socials. And I like him on TikTok because and if you are looking at dying very soon, you'll stream your funeral. If you are looking at getting married soon, and as an MC and as your DJ,
and even your videographer. Have you ever done a thing where you're the videographer, the DJ, and the MC?
Yeah.
Have you done that before?
Yeah. So he is your guy, and he is the ingredient you need for your parties to go from here to there. So he is the guy. So guys, if you haven't, followed him on socials, follow him and see the kind of work he does. I'm proud to know him and call him my son. But anyway, follow him on all social media.
Yes.
So what are we talking about today?
What are we doing this weekend with the gal? What's the weekend looking like for the gal?
The weekend is hot. We are starting very strong. On Friday in London, we're going to an album launch. Tiwa Savage is all launching their album, and you know me, I love any free gig. Because it's a free buy, we are there. But so we're going to.
Love, you changed, the way you love things nowadays.
The thing is, you can't love if you can't get it. So your love should be proportionate to zvinhu. Unofana kuda kana zvinhu zvacho zviripo zvekuda. Haukwanisi kuda kana pasina zvinhu.
Yes.
Yeah. You see, so because the things are there, I love things.
You only love the things because they're there.
They are there. If they are not there, you can't love things. Yeah. So that's what we're doing on Friday. So if you're also not following us on TikTok, please follow us, because that's where we record in real life.
So even event recaps.
Yes, event recaps. So when we've been off season, like I've said in previous episodes, I was being a baby girl.
Also making enemies left, right, and center with her big mouth and TikTok cooking people's event.
No, I'm not cooking anybody's event. I'm one of the most objective people. Like if Chidzi wasn't the worst I'm saying, I would have just said, try him, it's okay. Yeah. But I know I speak with my whole chest. You can come and DM me if you hire him or book him for an event and he doesn't take it from here to there.
Yeah.
Then you can come and add me. But when people are doing things, particularly, what I find earlier on when we were talking off camera, we were talking about DJs, remember? That sometimes when people are doing their work, when they're doing work, do it well to such a way that you are remembered for your quality. Now, having said that, there are some DJs under the sun, guys, who do not know how to do their work. A DJ, I think you're supposed to be. A DJ is a disc
jockey.
A disc jockey. So it means disc jockey. But they don't want to do that. A DJ, you are listening to, I know.
No, wait. Before we even get to my DJs, this Friday, every single Friday,
Oh.
every single Friday,
Yeah.
myself and DJ Wardy have a radio show on Radio 2 Funky called Afro Bash.
Every Friday.
Every Friday. So the last Friday of the month, my homegirl, she moses along and she comes and she does dilemmas. So if you've got any dilemmas, things that are heavy on your arts that you need to just release, you can even call in live if you want to tell us like your issues live on air. You can tell us, you know, what's bothering you.
Could you are not ready. Because this will be me. Makadiko zvenyu naika ndini mai vakoko ndiniko maikoko ndiri pano pare nepfenyuro ye2 Funky. Tari vanepiko simba mwana uya muri pano makateerera ndafonerwa neanonzi Sharoni. Sharoni uri kudiwa uri kerotsi. Uya unzwe ugodzokera vari kudhraivha zvakanaka naika musangotsika mabhureki murodhi umo. Nekuti patinenge tichitenderera tiri pano panhepfenyuro muri kuteerera chimbo chinobva kune Mushakabvu Leonard Dembo. That will be what I'll be doing every Friday.
Explain to me why. Say you listen to like what's the name? Alec Manchester, The song is 10 minutes long. By the time the DJ has done his interjections, how long would it take?
It will be like 30 minutes. Because, you know, like the type of DJs we have.
Yeah.
Na pechunia naika. Wakadana na pechunia. Rangara kutora moyo. Vane godo wakabva vatorwa moyo. Vakatorwa moyo nerudo rwa pechunia. Rapa kutora moyo. Here varume vemuno vane jealousy. Havadi kuona munhu anodiwa nemukadzi wake naika.
But why did they do that? Where did it come from? Where did the radio voice come from?
Somebody would have started it, and then
who
people,
started it?
I
Who
don't
is the
know.
criminal behind
Because
the radio voice?
before there were, you know, there were some people who used to do it. I think
that man.
Which one?
The one that used.
He's young. He is not even the originator of that. There were people like John Martin.
Yeah.
There were so many, you know, the older ones who used to do that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying a 10-minute song will take you, you get home before the song finishes, you know. If you're in a combi, you might even have to come off the combi.
Our radio show's like 2 hours. Like.
And mira uoneta kusvika paruno nyutura gitari rako nyutura inzwa urukanzwa nyutu like if you want to sing, why don't you just sing?
So that's what Mom's going to be doing.
That will be me too.
No, every last Friday of the month. But every Friday you can catch me and DJ Wardy.
Right. So you know the show that I'll be on, those are the shows that are hot.
Yeah.
So I will be bringing you the golden, but not the oldies. I'll also be bringing you...
the golden circle.
Yeah, I'll bring you the golden circle. I'll bring you all the things that you need to know.
Yeah.
You know, and I think one of these days I'm going to bring in a Jamaican, Jamaican chanter.
Yes.
I am blessed. Whoa, I am. Whoa. It's I was watching. There's this. I think when we're coming from London with DJ Wardy, right?
Yeah.
So we're coming from London. So I said, tomorrow you can play whatever you want. So what does he decide to do? He decides to play his YouTube show,
live
which he did with one of these chanters. So he's going, what he gave it to them, and what is going like this, and this guy's going, whoa, whoa, and then he does this thing where he comes from behind and gets his neck, and I'm like, is this
I did love the music. Oh, we're not fighting.
So when my songs that I want to play, the first one I want to play tomorrow will be sweet. So it's just sweet mother Naika, I'll never forget. Andimbo vakangano. Oh, this stuff. Nekushupika kwa makaita. Suffering from Mushindi Safira. You're not going to tomorrow. You will suffer. You're not listening to anything. Every 10 seconds, if it's, the song is playing in English, I'll make sure that I will
translate it.
That's what I'll be doing. Yeah. Sweet man, amaiva kakosha vanotapira. I'll never forget. Handikukanganwe. Oh, this ndikunditambura. Vanotambura namai naika. Now I'm practicing tomorrow. So guys, tune in tomorrow. Fridays. Every Friday. So tomorrow is Friday anyway. Every Friday, I will be there every Friday, last Friday of the month. You know, to just enjoy myself.
To bless the radio and to make sure we have the mother's touch.
There
come
you
there
go.
With our holy water.
There you go. Allow me to enjoy. This is way. Allow me to enjoy. This is way. That's what I'll be doing tomorrow. So anyway, yes. I'm looking forward to every Friday. So what are we talking about today?
So today we are talking about the scrubs.
Yeah.
The homosexuals. The A beep N-words. Those men who like to live off, scrounge, and not pay their way. Right. Yes. And also the groupies. There's a lot of male groupies. I feel like that's a topic.
Male clout chasers. Oh, those are the worst.
I wish it was male clout chasers, but it's groupie. Like you're a groupie. You're an actual groupie.
You know what?
The clout chaser and a groupie aren't the same thing.
So there is the clout chasers.
There's the clout chasers.
And there's the groupies.
There's the groupies.
So where you find the groupies? Zimbabwean promoters and male groupies. They go together like this.
Yeah.
If you want to see, I think this is a theory I established many, nobody has been there to disprove my theory. It's not a disproven theory. So until it's disproven, to me, it is gospel truth. There is a serious correlation between, male promoters, male Zimbabwean promoters promoting these shows and wanting to, to show their friends that they...
Yeah, that they're the guy. Because
on the days, when you've got a Zimbabwean show or a Zimbabwe festival, the amount of men I see bumbling these promoters, it's so disgusting.
They're not going to see each other like...
Jesus, jeez. And you're like, this is Baba Chido, by the way, this is Baba Peter. This is Baba. This is somebody's dad.
They won't even refer to each other by names. It would just be total.
It would be Mof. Excuse me. Stage yagadzika ere Mof. Aiwa, stage yagadzika nuka. Mamati maningiriki naye because I think ndomutupo une varume webwa anofara kungeta sina basa Mof.
What's your totem?
This is Simboti.
Oh, it's not Mof.
Mof, you see men, grown adult men who actually want to pakurwa sadzarishiswa mudeka. Doing the most on show days.
Acting like a little beat. You think that male promoters are bad? The mandem, God forbid one of the mandem blows, mom. God forbid. His blowing will not extend to the mandem, to the point that they'll be even trying to move to my baby by virtue of being boys.
I've seen friends like that. I used to manage a male artist.
Yes.
I know these things because I've seen them. People who you'd be like, do you actually know this person? I don't know, but they say they know me. They'll be there, getting bottles of water. That's my guy. Just doing. And men do this thing, which I would never.
Like, bro, like.
Every 10 seconds.
My mic is coming.
Every 10 seconds.
Hold on, let me adjust my mic. Let me like this.
We are told pana panela. Usatopinda kamoti, we are told usatopinda moti. Go down in the passage ayo. Mira. 2 minutes. Baba raro. Masimbisa chibaba. Masimbisa chibaba. Masimbisa zvekuta masimbisa. Unari boy munhu zvekuti boy. Baba raro. And they're just like, okay.
Oh my days.
Yeah. So that those are the type of men we are talking about.
And the entourage.
Yeah.
Those ones who just be following around the guys who are the only ones within their group who's got one brain cell to rub together. Like, God forbid we make it out of the hood. How are you getting girls off the Vashi that you know someone who knows somebody who knows somebody?
But it's not even that boy's problem. It is the girl has got even a tiny morsel of brain. If you are if you're being the girl gotten because your boyfriend knows somebody who knows someone. He's not even a first-hand groupie. He's a third-hand groupie. Like when we went to Regeland, right? So guys, when we went to Regeland, right? So we had we were invited backstage
By Savannah.
Yeah. So
yeah,
Savannah,
she's one of the artists that we work with.
Yeah. So Savannah invites us. So we were in Savannah's, backstage. Everything was there. One thing I've realized about women are not very much groupies as men, All right, so we get there.
I don't know why we have the negative propaganda when women aren't even like that. Man, them on the other hand.
Ooh. So anyway, we get there, right? So we know we're chatting. She's very cool people, Savannah. She's very chill, very, like some artists you can know that this is an artist, but she's not like that, very calm. We are there just minding our own business, not just talking about, general girly stuff. So now, one of Coco's co-worker comes, right? So Coco's co-worker's friend brought a friend. Who brought a friend?
My butter.
Yeah. So now we are at friend number 3. So the distance between the distance between the artist and this friend is like 4 friends in between.
Yeah.
So virtually he doesn't. So he gets there, right? So he's there. So his phone starts ringing. He's in there. He goes, he's getting all flustered, this boy. I said, why don't you pick it up? So, no, these girls are always bothering me. So then Savannah says, pick it up. So he goes, yeah, I'm backstage, I'm backstage. Backstage! Regaland! Backstage! Managing an artist. Then he starts walking out. So we started laughing. Everybody in there started laughing. So he's lying to this girl that he's backstage managing an artist. Yeah. And all the managing is in small letters. Managing an artist. So he comes back. So we're all laughing. I said, well, what were you telling this girl? Yeah. Oh, you know what, girls are, and he even said that, girls only, because he put a story on his Instagram that he was backstage. So now everybody started hitting him up. So he says, I'll travel anyway in England to be backstage because that's how I get girl.
Wow.
So I don't know why we used to be blamed. He knows his modus operandum. The girls will be chasing after on the other end.
Because they think, because of examics, he's got like money or influence.
And I don't know what it is.
Most of these guys in the industry are groupies. Like they don't even have a penny to pinch. The actual people who get money in the industry who are doing anything, you won't even know about them. If you go on a guy's Instagram, and it's just looking so glossy, they're here, they're there, they're everywhere. They're not doing anything. No. Like,
and you know what? This is so funny. I think fame is an aphrodisiac.
Yeah.
There was when we had a show somewhere, this person came with the wife, and the wife started chafing when we were wanting to sit next to the artist.
Serious. Mom.
Oh, is there a bucket? Do you want to? Some of us are very. Vigilant music. So moving on swiftly. So what we were talking about?
The groupies. The SCRUBS.
So earlier on, again, this was off camera. We were talking about SCRUBS, and we're trying to define a scrub. And we're saying a scrub is those friends who don't bring anything to a friendship or to a marriage. They don't bring anything but just vibes.
It's anybody who doesn't bring anything to a relationship but vibes. Sometimes they don't even bring the vibes,
Because sometimes if they bring vibes, you actually might just say, at least they bring vibes.
Exactly.
They're just people, they're what? They're like bum fluff. What are they called?
It's adding nothing to the table.
Yeah, like bum flap doesn't it? Anything doesn't.
But I've never seen bum flap. I've seen plenty of bums.
There you go. So those type of people. So, I was saying, I know that these people are there. I know they exist. And I know they will continue to multiply. But where is the source of these people? Because bear in mind, for a community to thrive, they have to have a source of energy, a source that feeds them. For you to thrive as a bum or as a scrub, where is that coming from? So that's the theory we are trying to,
You're quite bum enablers, isn't it?
So the bum enablers. That's what I'm saying. In all these relationships, the problems are not necessarily these people. The third generation scrubs who use their proxemics to stars to get girlfriends. It's the women.
So what I'll say is you have financial abuse. You have people who exploit people, and you've got manipulators, right? Those people can also be bums, and they can also be scrubs. However, there's also another group of people who they're not being exploited. They're not being manipulated. They just like to find people who they like projects. They like to do build-a-boo. It's called build-a-boo. Yeah.
So the build-a-boos, right?
There's a build-a-boo.
So what we're trying to, that's where I was landing to say whoever is building these people is the problem, because for a scrub to grow to maturity, to become, a full scrub, with all full scrubbing rights, there has to be somebody funding that. So sometimes it starts from childhood, right? Badly raised men become fully grown scrubs. But somebody has to take over from the parents to carry on with this project. So that's where those women who see potential in things are the ones who end up, lumbered with these people. But having a protege is not a bad thing. I was saying it earlier on. Having a protege or a mentor to a mentee. So if you want to get yourself, a boy to potty train, a boy to teach to be a man. If you're a boys to man university, you can do that. But then, where my issue, when it comes to these scrubs, when women decide to get themselves a project that never graduates, the potential that never potentiates, it just remains a potential. You can't then complain about it, right? Because there's a difference. Being with a man who's physically and emotionally, spiritually, verbally abusive, that is not an excuse. And those situations you have to move out of. But when, because scrubs, some of them are very harmless. They wake up in the morning, they don't look for jobs anyway, they get their phone, they ring their friends and they say,
"You want to play out?"
You want to play out?
Then they ask mommy for her car and some pocket money.
They won't even have to say that. If mommy is going to work, mommy will need the car. So they'll say, "Do you want to play online?"
Yeah.
They get their PlayStations out, they put their headphones on, and then they start shooting in it.
Those are the harmless ones. What about the ones that take mommy's car and put girlfriends in it?
No, listen. Those are, those ones, they're grown now to be those types. So mommy leaves and goes to work and they play on the PlayStation. When they come back, there's nothing that has been cooked. And then the mommy comes and goes, "Mommy, I'm hungry." Pew, pew, fighting a fake war on the TV. When real men have gone to Ukraine to fight, they're fighting imaginary soldiers. So, that's where the danger lies. When you see your man playing imaginary football, when other men are actually on the pitch, earning 60K a week, and you entertain that, that's where the danger lies. That's where the danger lies. Your man is saying, "I'm Lukaku, I'm Dembele."
Being a football manager saying, we just sold Eze. What do you mean, bro?
Let me tell you something.
Actually mean?
If I was, heaven forbid, if I was to marry one of those imaginary pro footballers, they would have woken up and would have sold every one of their players. I will sell everyone when he's sleeping. He wakes up and the whole team has been sold. And I'll buy some people from Championship League.
I'm shouting. I'm saying.
Yeah, from Cardiff. Cardiff Memorial.
I'm not saying Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham Forest or Sheffield Alarm. Or they've sold Dembele, Lukaku. Yeah, no, don't be a boring girlfriend. With men like that, wake up at night. or just change their avatar. You know, if they're those muscular soldiers, those soldiers, change them into a girl with boobs.
No, but the one about selling all the players, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
You know? That's some really good shit.
Yeah, they wake up every...
But I feel like there's that, which is just like people who, I don't know if it's like lack of self-esteem or the market is not really good, so you end up with somebody like that. But then I feel like the other group of women, the ones who like say they'll be married to a man and then the man starts doing projects with the money, or they came from Zim together and they were at the same place. They didn't go
now that's a dangerous scrub.
They didn't go and marry somebody who was beneath them. They were all started at zero, but the woman progressed quicker than the man, and the man decided to do projects with the woman's money. That I feel like is financial abuse.
Hold up. So there are different types of scrubs.
Yeah.
We're talking of the PlayStation scrub.
There's
right?
the PlayStation.
Now there's
your kids' juice scrub. Scratching his ass.
Yes. Wearing a vest for 4 days.
That's good. With skid marks on his body.
There you go.
There's that
those
one.
Ones. Then there is the financial scrubs.
Yeah.
Those ones now they're a bit dangerous in the sense the financial scrubs. The financial scrubs are also the, what do you call it? You know your asset scrubs. So they are the ones who come and say, as soon as you meet them by the door when you're coming back from the work, and they'll say, "Can I have your keys? I want to go somewhere." And then you call them and they say, "We're in Shamv." Those type ones. So those ones, right? Those ones, I think, those ones are more dangerous. But the anatomy of a scrub, right? We've said that they need an enabler. For you to end up with that man, there's something psychologically in you that needs for you to do that. It feeds something in you. So you also are not equally a victim.
But I mean, if you started the same as somebody, like you came from Zim, neither of you had nothing, right? You've come to the UK, you have the same opportunities now. Maybe you've said, I'll go to nursing first. I said, oh, don't worry, Manwana, you go to nursing first. I will do the menial, do the care work and look after the kids. But he just never progresses. Maybe Akapusa, maybe there's something stopping him from progressing as quick as you. That's the one I'm talking about, not the one who... Because in that situation, I don't think that's the woman's fault, because how are you enabling that? You're hoping that, you and your man, you're building together.
Hope is a very dangerous drug. It's such a dangerous drug. This is why, people stay in situations that... Hope is very dangerous, especially if it's not backed by action. It's very dangerous. So what I'm trying to say is, right, we've got the same 24 hours. Your man and you have got the same 24 hours. If you choose that, okay, we've started Madaka, and then you've come out of Madaka, you're now wearing clean clothes, and they're still wallowing Madaka. There are two things that you can decide to do. Have a conversation and have a timeline, right? That, I will support you and then we'll do this and then revisit it. What tends to happen in many marriages, and I'm talking about this from authority, from a very good space, that what I'm saying is what happens. People, when it comes to that, right, you've gone to your nursing, you had a conversation, you all had dreams when you left Zimbabwe, it was for a better life. You come here, you go for your nursing, your husband says, oh, I'll do care work whilst you're going. You finish, you graduate, and then you say to your man, do you now want to go? Now I finished. And they say, oh, I want to raise a few money.
Maybe he says yes, but he can't get in.
If he says yes and they can't get in, that is your man. You married Lofo. Well, sometimes there's a difference. Right? With a man who is trying, but it's not working. They are really trying. You see them when you see the essays that they are writing. They're thinking,
yeah.
Mawan, Pagaipa. Those type of things. Because some men are not. If you're you cannot penalize a good man because they are not academic. Because if he's not good at that, whatever it is good at, he's going to succeed. Because some men, I know some relationships where the women are the academics, that the corporate girlies, the husbands are hustlers, they hustle, they bring money home. What we are not talking of those people who are still in the game and who are still trying. Pray for them, be their peace. Support them. The scrubs we are talking about
was like, say a man, he tried, you managed to accomplish it, he tried, but for some reason he couldn't achieve it, and then he now starts like abusing, even whether it's financially, verbally, emotionally, the woman because of that, that misogyny that's cultivated in our community. Yeah, so I feel like a lot of this rhetoric that comes out in our community is actually a little bit of jelly bobs, you know? Like, they're jealous that they couldn't achieve the same as the women, so then they think that the women are emasculating them, or they feel entitled to what the woman has achieved because they couldn't do the same.
You know, sometimes people marry their ops. Sometimes people marry their ops. So what I'm trying to say is, you know, any relationship, right? So you know, if a person is, they are not academically gifted, but they are a hustler and they're hustling, and they're putting food on the table, or ultimately what you want is somebody who provides. That's fine. That case is closed. That person is not a scrub. These ones now, some people, right, instead of, you know, their internalized misogyny, internalized jealousy towards you, internalized openness comes when you succeed and they cannot stand and clap for you because they've never seen you as their partner. They've seen you as opposition. They've seen you as competition. Now, it's now for you to know if you're going to put it in a pipe and smoke it or to walk away from it. Because what you cannot then do, especially if it's very clear as day, and now they're starting to abuse you for the accomplishments that, you know, are bringing food to the table. It's now the ball is in your court. What do you want to do with that information? You can't now then sit and complain to your friends and everybody every day about it because now it becomes noise, it becomes rhetoric. So what do you want to do with that information? And again, you know, some people, because, you know, also this comes from the conversation you have with yourself before you even have the conversation with the scrub. That, okay, what am I getting from this relationship? Some people will be like, I do not care how he behaves as long as he gives me 6 children, because that's what they want. Some people are like, I do not care how he behaves as long as I'm wearing the ring and I'm Mrs. Kemp.
I don't care how he behaves as long as I get the frozen chicken.
There you go. As long as, you know, he folds me like a pretzel, that's fine. So there are things that people are willing to put up with. You know, there are some things that people are willing to negotiate. So this is why I'm always saying to people, do not go and sit on public forums, virtual forums, friendship groups and discuss your relationships, because
it's true, you know,
many people do not have the context of people's relationships. They have, you know, what you are giving to them. You know, some women are quite happy to be the breadwinner as long as this man can, you know, fold them well. You know, they're fine by it.
Like a chair.
Yeah, you know, if this man can, you know, can
do what he needs to do.
He needs to do and handle his business. They are okay. They'll go and work 24/7 every day. They are happy to do that. So you, as the outsider, you can't know what the mandate or the agreement within this marriage is, right? Some people are like, as soon as he doesn't give me money, I cannot live with that. So know what is your threshold. Know what your threshold is, right? And, you know, be very careful, also be very mindful when you discuss your marriage, especially when you're going to go back to that person. Do not then speak ill of your scrub, because when you come back, when we see you with your scrub, you're now...
We're going to be looking at you like,
but,
yo,
there's that TikTok of that my boy, but that footballer will be walking, holding he's looking at this person like...
He's an American. Is that basketballer or
I don't know what he is.
Is that really tall?
Yeah. He's just looking at this. You know, we'll be looking at you like that because we're just thinking. But yesterday you were there.
You guys were on Facebook Live, giving us all your business unprovoked, telling us things that we had no business. I guess our will, right? Telling us that your man's broke, he's a bum, he's this, he's that.
Then tomorrow you're now wearing matching outfits
and then saying, when we now say, how far, now you're calling us haters.
No, not just that. They're now saying no monkey can come between us. We're now monkeys. So you see, so you need to be careful what you put out there, put into the universe, put into society about the men you are with, right? One man's scrub is another man's Calvin Klein.
One woman's scrub.
One woman's scrub is another woman's Calvin Klein. So what you like and what you're willing to tolerate and what your threshold is very bespoke to you, right? Some women, the day you lose your job, before you say, I've low, they're gone. They'll come back when you've got another one. There's no way. There's some will literally be the textbook Nigerian movie women. They'll be with you, when those sad Nigerian songs will be playing when they're wearing, when they have cornrow and they're looking all dusty.
Hold on.
They're willing to be.
Wait.
They're willing to be with you during that season of your life. When it's going, oh, they're willing to be with you in that season. Some just want to see when it's eating them up, but it's gonna say, but those ones.
I feel like in life be a fair weather baby though.
You see, this is the thing, because again, everyone is going to go to heaven anyway. The ones who ran away as soon as you lost your job, the ones who stayed, it's just the same. So I think you need to choose your struggles, ones that you're comfortable with. When you look back, you go, actually, wow, you are a child of God. Mushandi wa Mwari chizorora zvino.
Oh my days.
Those type of things.
Yeah.
When you look at yourself in the mirror and you go, as soon as he said, I left.
I left.
There you go. And nobody should judge anyone, because at the end of the day, we are all children of God. We all want happiness. And our happiness is defined different ways. And I used to have a friend who used to say, you know what, I don't care how ugly a man is. They become very handsome as soon as they bring out $10 bills, or a stack. They'll become like Michael Jordan as soon as I see that money. If you're as handsome as, I don't know,
Who's the Pengers?
Morris Chestnut.
Yeah, Morris Chestnut is exactly paying.
If you're as handsome as Morris Chestnut, the moment I hear, the clatter of change, you become like Papa Shango. And I don't want, So different people, different thresholds. So you need to be very, very careful what you put out there when it comes to your relationships, how you relate. Because sometimes, people, and let me tell you something, guys. Even if people are sympathizing, let me tell you something. People's stories are gist. Your pain is somebody else's gist. So you need to be...
They're having that with Nyama and Nemadomas. And
you know what happens, like between me and my home girl, when I go out there and somebody tells me something, I will be racing in the motorway, almost getting into an accident.
Almost breaking my
ankle to come and tell you, you don't even want to know.
And that's what everybody
does.
Just know that every single time you confide in somebody, they're running to go and tell their confidence.
There you go.
That will make you think before you go around chatting your business.
And also don't be in the habit of wanting people to feel sorry for you, because no one feels sorry for anyone. So be in a situation which you are comfortable in, which you are hoping to find. Again, guys, what we're talking about, take away, abusive. We are not talking about abusive relationships and extreme situations. We're talking about day to day, I've lost and you leave. Because I've lost my job. I've, the usual stuff, you married a bum who thinks that he's my football manager because he plays FIFA every day. Those type of things.
Yeah.
Just, we're talking about light-hearted situations. Scrubbery at its lighter form, where you've got the choice, where you've got the reasoning, where there's no blackmail, where there's no... manipulation, where you actually have got the power. Relationship is in your hands. If you choose to stay, don't go out and then, every lunchtime when you meet with Linda at Settle Bay, you're telling them about your relationship, because
that's the life you chose.
That's the life you chose, right? So I personally think that, when it comes to, people who relate with men, and again, there's these women, there are women out there in the community where we live who do not want to date their equal. They like to find these dusty people and, clean them. They like a nice, build a bull kind of thing. They find, they find gratification in things like that. That's them, right? That is their thing. The problem is now when they now come and press life buttons and start crying and saying, see what I did. That's where the problem lies. That's where the danger lies. So whatever it is that you are doing, do it, as a person who's got capacity, as a person who's got full mental capacity, who's making choices, unwise or wise, regarding their life. And, because again, one thing about human beings that I know, especially when you get to a certain age, human beings are creatures of habit. if you marry a bum, they're always sometimes, probably 95% of the time, going to be a bum. It's different to a person who's really trying. You know, they'll always continue to try. If they are very comfortable, you know, especially in dating, I've heard people, I was being told by one of my friends that they dated a guy who 85% of the time they went out, he never had money.
But they're the ones who love going out the most, you know.
There you go. As soon as you mention going out there, smelling fresh.
Ordering more than everybody.
Everybody. You know, can I have wings with that? Can I have fries with that?
They're even saying I want medium rare.
No, please, you know, can I do, you know, like when the menu comes, can I do steak? How is the peppercorn sauce here? Is it spicy? And you think they're actually paying? Can I
talking like a paying customer?
Do you know which wine goes very well with this with medium rare steak? I think this is my point, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So you know, be very, you know, when in the dating phase, if you see a man who 85% of the time are very comfortable with you paying your way, their way, everybody's way,
everyone's way,
then know that is the theme of your relationship. Because that is the blueprint that is going to be. He wants to be a baby girl. And you are a baddie. He wants to be a baddie, and you are going to be the sugar mama. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you're comfortable with it, please do it. Because sometimes we say it's not whatever, because you do it's kujikiwa nokuti hauna. Because people say ndakajikiwa because anukasina marriage. It's coming out of sacrifice. But if you've got the money,
it ain't tricking if you've got it.
Yeah, it ain't tricking if you got it. Some people, you know, do not care spending on a guy who folds them very well. They do not mind. And some people do not mind spending on a guy because the guy is 6'2". Because in our community, Zimbabwean men go up there, they go up to the side. So if you see one that goes up to there, those are a rarity. So you see, so things like that. Women, you know, sacrifice for different things. Some just want to have handsome babies. So, you know, when they see a handsome man, even if he's a project, they're willing to.
You know what I want to say, a side note, on TikTok there was a discourse happening about black women who go after like white men, but the white men are poor. But just because it's a white man, and they're like, people associate whiteness with wealth.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, like, you're letting your ancestors down, you know.
You know, your ancestors fought for freedom, and there you are going to be enslaved by these poor white men. But again, that's the societal standards, right? The societal acceptable standards. A woman of a certain age should have a wedding ring on their finger, have a husband, you know. So that's why, you know, there's the scramble and partition for bums. Because, you know, if all the good men are gone, and, you know, you want to look for the best bum ever, you know, on what is left. So it's actually a jungle out there, and freedom fighters are the ones who say, I do not care, you know, even if what society says, I'm not going to marry a bum, and I'm one of them, and I hope so are you. Because this thing that, you know, you just take anything that is on the table purely because...
At your own inconvenience.
Yeah. And
like Mom said, it ain't chicken if you've got it.
If you've got it, yeah.
If you've got it, it's not chicken, right? But if you're now stressed, you're now going out of your way, you're now running your credit down to the ground.
And you're now crying every day to your friends.
Every day to your home girls that, oh, this man is a garu, what am I going to do? Then you ain't got it, and it is chicken.
It is chicken.
You're chicken.
Exactly. And now if you're now having to work 39 shifts to, you know, to cover your bills and his bills, then there's a problem. But, you know, if between you are a multimillionaire and you want to get yourself a PlayStation Bay, why not? Because, you know, if he looks good and he does what you want him to do.
And he
drives well, why not? You know, and he lays the pipes well. Who are we to judge? You know, who are we? Who exactly are we to judge you? You know, go off, sis.
I want to speak about a specific demographic of bum called the HOBOSexual.
Oh, those ones.
Now, the HOBOSexual is a unique kind. They're the ones who you meet them. So wonderful. Like, they're going to give you the time of your life. They're going to be the nicest. You know where the times of the year they operate? Right about now. After when summer's ending. Oh, wow, how do you know?
When summer is ending, if you are hit by a high boo on the hip,
And they're so sweet.
Oh, lovely.
So sweet.
Lovely.
So you go on the first date, yeah, and they'll love bomb you like a love bombing man, and they will never leave. They will never leave. And you think it's love, but it's not love. That man is homeless. He is homeless. He's got nowhere to go.
And you know those particular ones, you know what they do? Right around about this time, we're getting into September. They start laying, you know. It's like nesting.
And they can lay.
They will lay they can lay everything. Pipe, pipe, tongue, everything. They can lay, those boys. They will tell you what you need to hear. They will pry on your insecurities, and before you know it, you're living them.
Now you're living with them.
No, you're leaving them in bed whilst you go to sleep.
Whilst you go to work, they'll be in bed.
Yes. The first day they come with you, right? The first day they come with you, you wake up in the morning, they bring your breakfast on a tray.
You bought the eggs, by the way.
Bought the eggs. And then they'll be like, morning, sweetie. And you've not heard that all summer. You've been going everywhere by yourself. And it's coming to cuffing season. It's winter. It's like, you might as well stay. He stays. Winter comes. He's there with you, telling you everything you need to know. You are together. Christmas even raises the tree for you. He gets you, says to you, can I borrow 50 pounds, babes? Give him 50 pounds. He goes and buys you a present with your own money. He goes and he wear pajamas. On Instagram, you are now showing his hand of this homosexual. Christmas, you are together. Happy New Year. You are interlocking wine glasses with the wine that you bought. Your wine glasses. Probably wearing your socks as well. Because they do love borrowing socks.
And taking your kids' juice.
If you've got children, the Caprisons are suffering, I'm sorry. Because are suffering. So now January comes and January disease is there. You're going to work. He even does the school run. If you're he starts doing the school run for you. And you're like, you start you're now putting your statuses. Like you came into my life when nobody was there. February, March, April, May. It's now starting to get a bit warm.
Wait, this man's been living in my house.
You don't see it. No. You will never see it. They will not make you see it. Because as soon as you clock it...
you'll catch on at some point.
Listen, you don't catch on. May, right? May comes. May now is thawing. It's getting a bit warm.
The sun's coming out.
The sun is coming out. May, June, they go, babes. We need to talk. What are we talking about? Unfortunately, babes, I know, we've they'll start picking, they'll just pick little fights in May. And then June, they become full-blown fights. Then June, they'll be like, this is not working, is it? Then they take their little canvas bag. And it will be fatter now because you'd have bought them clothes, you'd have bought them socks, shoes. So they came in with this little plastic bag. They leave
with a suitcase.
With 3 suitcases. They are gone. They get an Uber. They are gone. Because it's now warm. That is the circle of a
homosexual.
Homosexual. They will be so sweet, especially when it's cold. When they look at the weather in -2 outside, they'll be like, when it's cold outside, I will be your warmth. What's that? Very momba.
Oh my days.
That one now is dangerous. So ladies and gentlemen, we're getting into...
And gentlemen.
We're getting into autumn. At least a female homosexual is better.
No, I said ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Because gentlemen also like boys too.
Oh yeah, they're definitely. ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
As we enter this autumn season, beware of the creature that is called the homosexual. You'll see it by the mark of the beast. If they now hit your DMs going, hey boo, I've been watching you. From when?
From where?
From how?
How?
Homosexual.
Anyways, thank you so much, guys, for joining us on episode 3 of Mum Can You Not. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and send it to your homegirl who's dating a homosexual, a scrub, or send it to the homosexual or the scrub so that they know that we're on to you.
When they
see each other.
The homosexuals, when they eat you in the DM, send them this link.
Send them this link.
Yeah.
So we'll see you on episode 4. Bye.
All right, I'll take before we go.
Yes.
Question.
Eh.
First question. Which country has the most men that cheats?
Ah,
The most men that cheat,
Nigeria,
Nigeria.
baba. Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Tiri kuchema, baba. Tiri
Wrong.
kuchema. Chi.
Thailand.
How would I
How?
know what Thai people do? Like,
Okay.
What do they cheat with?
Let's
I
go
can
with-
only associate with the blacks.
Okay, wait. Okay, so which African has the most men that cheat?
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
No.
Which one?
Togo.
What? Have you ever met
I've
anyone
never
from
met
Togo?
a person from Togo.
There's like
Where
10
are they
people in
cheating
Togo.
from? Where are they cheating from, these Togolese?
And second on the list is Cameroon.
No. So where is Nigeria on the list? Please tell me their number 3.
Wait, I'll need to search it again. But I'll search it, then put it.
No,
And
I
where
need
is
to see.
Zimbabwe?
I need to see the methodology
Zimbabwe
behind the
wasn't on
studies.
the list.
I need
Zimbabweans
to,
don't cheat.
I need to see that
You know this one.
methodology.
You know that list was compiled by a Zimbabwean man and the Nigerian man. They're the ones who compiled it and said, let's take ourselves.
Yes,
And
I believe that.
you know what? Next time he searches, it will be Mali. Mali is with them. Togo.
Togo.
All right,
Which is-
and the most romantic men in Africa.
The most romantic men in Africa. I would say it's a tie between Zimbabweans and Ghanaians.
Mom.
Romantic.
Romantic.
I thought you said drinking. I was going to say Zimbabwe. Romantic. I would say Nigeria. And
Depends what you think.
and
romantic
Guinea-Bissau.
God, what you know about
Nigeria and
Guinea-Bissau?
Guinea-Bissau. I don't know. I just thought of it.
All right, so Uganda is on the top.
Of
Okay, I
romantic
believe
men.
that,
Yes.
probably.
But also that's where the HIV
No.
is higher. No, I'm talking of stats.
Then Nigeria is number 2.
See? I was right.
Yes.
South Africa number 3.
Oh, I should have said South Africa. You know, I was thinking South
And
Africa.
South African people are romantic.
Yeah, they're so romantic.
And Kenya number 4.
Oh,
I need
ndinakupenda
to see
sana.
who is the person doing all of these.
And,
Ndinakupenda
Ghana
sana.
number 5.
Ghana, oh yeah, you're right.
Did we
Zimbabwe.
make it, Zimbabwe?
Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe didn't make it on the top 5.
What do you have to say about yourself, Chido?
Huh?
Why? What do you have to say? as the
Why are you
spokesperson
not
Zimbabwe man?
romantic?
Why are you not
Guys,
romantic?
I'm the most romantic Zimbabwean man out there.
Yee, did you hear it,
Do you remember
guys?
when Chido took that babe on the dates?
Fine. Oh, the day, you know, Ichizi once got me babysitting the wifey. Said, "Mommy, meet my wifey."
Which one is that one?
It begins with a Q.
P. No, P.
P.
Yes.
Obviously. That one.
That's why I said Q, so that you can flip it.
Okay.
That one. Yeah.
I was trying not to bait it.
Oh, that one. That one. Ongo anyura.